If somebody was to ask you, what gives you the legal authority to stop somebody, to tame somebody, guess what statute I'm going to refer to? 91151.
So the first month was very rough for these recruits. They were challenged both physically and mentally. They were physically challenged during defensive tactics, during their PT. It's consistently running through the majority of the month. They were mentally challenged with taking these exams. They already took 3 exams. They took communications, legal, and introduction to law.
What statute authorizes somebody to defend himself in a crime?
776.
Follow me? So we talk about burglary, what statute?
810.
We talk about thefts, what statute?
812.
We talk about use of force. The positivity outweighs the negativity.
Yes, sir.
So when we arrest for Daytona Beach Police Department, let's say 5,000+ a year, we are also at a 99.6% out of all of our arrests here in our city are what? Without incident. That's a credit to each and every one of you. That's a credit to all the men and women that work for our agency, because they made a sound, methodical decision based on our rules of law, based on the facts and the evidence. Everything's about evidence. The honor of all of us that get to wear, our badge to represent our department, represent our chief. Our chief expects all of us to have that solid foundation to make a methodical, cognitive decision based on our rules of law.
My name is Captain Richard Gentry with the Daytona Beach Police Department. We're currently in command of our Auxiliary Service Division. I've had the honor to be part of the training unit with the Miami Police Department for over 30 years. Having the opportunity to help out our training unit here at Daytona Beach Police Department is a tremendous honor. My expertise in the training encompasses high liability, so it's the firearms, it's defensive tactics, defensive driving. I'm teaching the legal block. My primary objective teaching is to ensure they have a solid foundation knowledge of our rules of law. You always try to think about holistically what you could implement it in training that hopefully would avoid and prevent a tragedy from occurring. All of these are extremely important and vital for a successful police candidate to ensure success of our agency as a whole.
And again, I'll need your crowd. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Hannah Dominguez, and I'm from Dominican Republic. I was motivated to do this because a local officer helped my family and I during a hard time. Success by the end is graduating and being fully prepared to serve in the community.
My name is Trey Simpson, and I was born and raised in Daytona Beach, Florida. One thing that motivated me to become a law enforcement officer is the positive impact that I've seen them have on the community. Wearing a badge is definitely about integrity, I say. Staying true to yourself, who you were before you got the badge and afterwards, not letting it change you as a person. Coming from being a teacher, I would definitely be interested in doing like a school resource officer. I am most looking forward to seeing my personal growth from where I started and then where I'm going to finish. I'm looking forward to graduation and, getting through everything, passing everything, and just simply finishing with my class.
So they learned very quickly that these exams are no joke, and neither is a DT or the PT.
Academy's going great so far. It's definitely challenging. It's not without challenges for sure.
I think the Academy is definitely, it is kind of what I thought it was, but it's also not in a certain way. Every single day you're being challenged and tested. It's not just the test every once in a while, it's a test every single day. There's a standard that's set, by our instructors, and they want us to meet that standard. I appreciate that though, because they've made it clear to us that they care about us and they care about our safety, and they want us to meet their standards so that when we get out of here and we're out there on the road, we can be safe.
We just finished taking the legal exam. Legal was a 3-week process. Really learned a lot and finished the exam, did pretty good. I'm happy with how I finished.
The legal training is mandated, approximately 64 hours. Our department does above and beyond that. Serving our community is an honor and a privilege, but what comes with that is a tremendous amount of responsibility. All officers throughout their entire career are always training. They're always trying to enhance your skills and knowledge to provide the highest caliber of service to the members of the community that we serve. You'll be in a position to save a life. You'll be in a position to make a positive impact with our youth. It's engaging with our community. It's throwing football, basketball, and being a mentor. You lead by example. You stay humble, and you'll have a very successful career in this noble profession of law enforcement.
It's tougher than I thought.
87. 94.
94 club right here.
Dude, there was like four of those that were like.
Some of the questions,
they were like.
They're worded.
Yeah.
No, the tests are good. They test your knowledge here. It's not a joke.
Yeah, it's no joke.
They're checking to see that you're paying attention, which that's what this job is. A lot of the time, you got to pay attention and focus on the details.
I love what I'm doing. I'm loving every minute that I'm here.
89.
I got like a 81. But I still passed though.
Good job. Oh, close. I was
83.
83. Shooting for 100, got a 91, so I'm happy with it.
96.
You got a highest one so far? What you got? What'd you get? 96. I mean, she studies 4 hours. What'd you get? Ain't bad.
We had one fail out with an exam. He's no longer here. Have a seat. Sorry, grab your stuff. You step out. All right. This is your second fail, which puts you out of the program. All right. So if you want to continue the program, you got to get up to college. You can finish the college courses on your own, paying for the classes on your own, but we just can no longer sponsor you. All right, so you do have to return the uniforms and the gear. Do you understand what's going on here? Okay. We also had another recruit quit because he realized that the job was too dangerous for him. And we don't frown upon that. We actually respect that they figure it out now instead of when they're out there and they could get injured or get their partners injured. Dominguez, step outside. This is your first strike. One more and you're out. You understand this? Yeah. You understand why you got to take your education, the study time. You got to take all that seriously. Because these next 4 or 5 months, whatever you have left, it's going to make you or break you in this academy. All right, your second strike and you're out means we can't sponsor you anymore. You're no longer a employee of the city of Daytona Beach. So there have been gradual improvements with these recruits. They are learning accountability. They're learning to leave their egos at home. We're not looking for cocky officers or egotistical officers. We're looking for humbled, respectful individuals.
Okay, so this is a conversation that we have to have. It's a difficult conversation, but it's absolutely necessary. If you look around, you will see that there is one less person in these seats than there were this morning here. When you show up intoxicated from the night before to the police academy, that does not align with the responsibilities of the badge in general, and definitely not here with the Daytona Beach Police Department. Is there any confusion with that?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. This job is not easy. It's a difficult job. It really is. We are not giving you a cakewalk. We are not sugarcoating it. It's going to take your physical skill, it's going to take your mental skill, but it's also going to take your personal responsibility. You have to take responsibility for yourselves, individually, every single day, all day. We talked about that in week 1. Is it a job or is it a career? What's your answer?
Career.
We depend on each other to be in shape, to have their mind right, to be focused, and to be dedicated to this job. That's how we know we can depend on each other. Because when we are out in the field and we're in a fight for our life, do you want the guy who showed up intoxicated to work? Or do you want the one who's been training, the one who's listening on the radio, the one who's ready to jump into action with you? Which one do you want?
One that's ready to work.
Okay, good. Your personal responsibility is going to carry over into your professional life one way or another.
How many times have we told you guys to take this education seriously? These 6 months should be nothing but studying. If you're out boating on the weekends, if you're out drinking with friends on the weekends, you're out clubbing on the weekends, you're wrong. You need to be studying. But to have half the class score 85 or lower, that is unacceptable. You guys need to step it up. That and following instructions. I'm still at DT watching you guys not follow instructions. Right after we get done saying something, you guys are up the same thing we ask you not to up. You guys need to get it together. I'm not impressed. If anybody needs any kind of study advice or new ideas of better ways to study, get with these guys who score high. Get these guys that have prior experience. They know what they're doing. So if you're doing poorly on your tests, it's on you.
You got to adapt, you got to overcome, you got to persevere, and you got to put that work in. And just like the Sarge said, as a team, this is a high caliber, noble profession. You got to meet the challenges, you got to exceed the challenges with every block of instruction through this academy to ensure your success and our success as an agency and to represent our chief with dignity and honor. So you got to work, I do want to see an enhancement within the class for that team esprit de corps. It has to be there. That's the only way that you're going to get through this academy, to be physically, mentally prepared to do a phenomenal job in this noble profession. Meet all our policies, procedures, rules of law with dignity and honor, and that you go home to your family safe, because officer safety is always number one. There's a lot of leadership in this class, don't forget that. So be proud of that. We just need all of you as a class to take it to the next level.
So when these recruits come in and we assess which applicants we want to accept during that physical abilities test, there's a minimum requirement as far as push-ups and sit-ups and the mile-and-a-half run goes. So they're going to have days where they're sore and not as strong, but by the time this program is over, they're going to do a lot more than they started off with. They all have to pass our standards.
Get back. Manage your elbow. Do not go down first. Stop resisting. Get on the ground. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. The other hand. The other hand. The other hand.
Good.
Anything in there? Nothing. Buggers gonna bug me.
Just my 8-pack.
8-pack of what?
Abs.
Up on your feet.
The recruits are learning that they're one team. This isn't a competition. They're not competing to get a spot. They already have spots. So they're learning to work together as a team.
Do not be complacent. When you do searches, they're thorough. If you think you forgot something, you forgot something. Does that make sense? Make sure your body cam captures where it's at. If it's a firearm, if it's evidence, any type of evidence. We're hard on you. You need to toughen up. You need to get used to it. You need to have thick skin. I'd rather you learn here than on the road where you'll have a loaded firearm, where you could make those permanent mistakes. Your ears will be ringing. I will be chewing your ass out. You cannot be complacent.